Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Joel, and this is A Stable Life.
We're starting the morning off with the sun already up, and it is currently drizzling, but it won't be doing that for the rest of the day. In fact, today is supposed to be mostly dry.
I got a lot to talk about, a lot to show you guys in this video, because we've got some exciting news. But instead of spoiling the secrets, we're gonna get started with getting the horses in, and then we can move on and show you guys what we're gonna be working on.
Hey, Buster. Hey, Rocky. Good morning, guys. Look at these beautiful horses. Oh man, everything's just looking beautiful today. Filling up the donkey's water trough as we speak. What's up, boys? There you are, Buster. There you are, Rocky. All the horses are ready to come on in. Beautiful. Now we're ready to turn in the middle field, and for some of my keen-eyed, eagle-eyed observers out there, you probably noticed there's something different about the run-in shed back there.
Well, that's what all the exciting news is about. We'll talk about that in a moment.
Good morning, William. Hey, Roni. Good to see you, buddy. Hey, Jack. Hey, Champ. Hey, George. Hey, Rebel. Good to see you guys.
They came right in, didn't they, Leia?
Nice and smooth, huh?
We have now arrived at the big field, currently filling up the big water trough now that the donkeys are as full.
Good morning, Sriracha. Good morning, Sky. Good morning, Suede. Good morning, Spitfire. Good morning, Poncho, Duke, Declan, Obi. Nice snot on your side there, Obi. Good stuff. Hey, Weather. Hey, Samson. Take a look at this hill they've cut out. Oh, look at Danny. Just a legend. Cutting right up. Looking good, Danny. There we go. Now you got Argento, Poe, Gavin, Archer, Casino, and Tucker. And I set all of their names off in rapid fire succession because of our troublemaker here. I also got a question that I thought was such a good question, I'm going to answer it in the video. And that is, what do we do when we have a grain thief go to other stalls and eat some of that grain? Well, depends, but usually I feel pretty bad, so I go and I get a cup of that horse's grain and put it in for them just to make up for it. Because it's not their fault someone went in their stall. Not at all. That's what we do when that happens. Well, this is crazy, man. I'm really excited.
Now, let's give you some condensed information. This is something that, for our longtime viewers, is a long time coming. You guys know from last year, going back a whole year, we were hoping to get this done last year. And at the start of this year, I mentioned that we had a lot of projects that we wanted to get done.
Fast forward to the end of October, and we have basically just about gotten 2 of those projects done.
One being the feed room, and the other being making the stalls, or from the old feed room back into stalls. With that is just about done, and the feed room is completed for now. Of course, there's always updates and upgrades we'll be making in the future, but it's a fully operational and functional feed room / rec room. And when I say rec room, we've got some stools in there. We even had lunch last Saturday in there. It was actually pretty nice.
Now, this is a run-in shed, and the whole purpose of this building was shelter from the elements when the weather is bad. The problem with this building is that it really can only hold about 4 or 5 horses. That's about it. Usually in this pasture, there's between 6 and 8, which means there's usually 3 horses that are up in the structure up there at the top. Any given rainstorm, the horses have the opportunity to be completely sheltered in this field. However, we've got a problem with our hay. This pasture has been fed hay this way forever.
Now, we used to feed the small square bales. Now you guys know we feed the round bales. Round bales are great, but second that they get rained on, horses aren't too keen on eating that wet hay there anymore, which creates waste and loss of hay, as well as it's costly. Since they won't eat it, that means that it gets composted, and that is all money we spent to get that baled. We want to make sure that we're efficient. We want to make sure we're using our hay crop well. We want to make sure that we're not wasting money, and we want to make sure our horses have good shelter. Enter revision 3.0 of our hay feeder.
Revision 1.0 didn't work out too well.
We learned from that and then made revision 2.0, which is doing great.
And that takes us to 3.0.
What's the plan? Well, the plan is simple. We took the tin off, and I didn't, Gavin did. Gavin is a legend. And by the way, Gavin, if you're watching this video, thank you so much. He took all the tin off this wall for us to make things ready for us to get started with using it. Today, I'm gonna be working on taking all of the wood off. So all of these cross beams here that are on, off, including this wall. I'm gonna be taking my tractor and completely scraping the inside of this down to its original state, scraping the sides of this, and then actually digging down right here. We're gonna be digging down because the roof is going to continue and expand on, and I would like this to be down by about a foot. The way this is gonna work, if you could picture this, on our right is going to continue 3 times. So take this, and then add 2 more the exact width, and that is going to be the new structure that is put here. What we will have is a setting that is right here, open, completely open for the horses to walk in from the sides and the back. A wall that is only about 3 feet high right here and here. And this is where the round bales will be fed. This feeder will be big enough to hold up to 3 round bales. Now, probably we'll only ever need 2, but if we're ever having a really cold winter, we could put 3 in. And then there's gonna be a whole other structure behind that. The reason why we're making this is basically going to be a barn for the horses to come and go as they would like, eat the hay in shelter. So it'll be pouring rain outside. The horses are safe inside eating hay. It will be freezing cold outside. The wind comes up from the hollow, whips up this way, and continues south during the winter. There will be a wall right along the backhand side, breaking the wind. Horses will be safe and sound inside this structure, eating their hay. And the best part, because the horses are inside a structure while they're eating hay, what they will be standing in, it will not be wet. It'll be dry. This should greatly cut down on the amount of abscesses, scratches, rain rot, and thrush that we get at our stable on a routine basis. All that is needed is regular maintenance of the ground. So my tractor will be very important here, making sure that we just scrape the old manure out and clean the barn on a regular basis, and we will have extremely happy horses in the middle field. I'm excited. I know you guys are excited. We're gonna be working on this over the next couple of videos. So, what do you say we put those words into action? Well, it looks like I got a bunch of curious Georges here. Well, that sucks. Zeno, no. Don't kick the bucket over. That's what he'd do. He'd kick the bucket over. Alrighty guys, you can see we are making some good progress. I have most of the manure, not all of it. There's a little bit along the sides we need to get out, but enough that I'm able to get those little pieces of plywood out. Then we can get the last of those boards off and clean that out. And then you can see loosely the line giving you an idea of the roof. And I'm gonna be digging out the dirt right there to make sure that everything is good for the horses to go inside there. And that'll probably be what we get done for today, but time will tell. We have the boss here checking in to make sure that everything is working out okay. How have you been? How you doing?
I am doing great. Just got back from Ireland, and that was awesome. My shoulder is healing well. I'm ready to get back to work.
So in case you guys were wondering why you haven't seen her for a while, her and my dad were on vacation for a little bit, which was really nice, and that was why I was feeding early oftentimes, just to make sure that everything was good, because it was me and Gavin holding down the fort while they were gone. She's back, her shoulder's doing good. She doesn't need to have a brace on anymore. She is still taking it easy. How much weight can you pick up now?
2 pounds with one hand, 5 pounds with 2 hands.
There you go. But
Progress.
What's really important is that beautiful brain of hers. She is very talented when it comes to mapping everything out and making sure that I don't make any rookie mistakes as I'm working on the structure. So together as a team, I think we'll do a good job.
Joel, it's gonna look amazing.
I think so too. I think so too. It's lunchtime, Mom, so I'm gonna go eat.
Sounds good.
All right, Megan, what are we having for lunch?
Hamburgers.
How are they?
Really good.
And what's special about what else we got here?
There's cheese on the hamburger, making it a cheeseburger.
Homemade French fries.
That's right, guys. All those potatoes we worked so hard to get out of the ground, here they are. And how are they?
I haven't tried them yet.
Let me just tell you, these fries have been delicious. And what's a little weird is the one that I ate earlier, I know I picked, but this one, it's kind of curved to the left. Joel picked this one. Oh, so fluffy and delicious.
Well, guys, lunch ended a while ago. And here is how our structure looks right now. And Suede is already itching his butt on it, which is, you know, just what they do. They see a post, they're gonna itch their butts on it. So this is what the structure looks like now with all the walls taken off of it. It's just a roof. And so this will actually kind of give you an idea. I am going to dig out this ground just a little bit here, mostly making it level with the rest of the ground around it. I'm going to dig down here. We're going to put 3 new posts on this side, and this area in between will be where the hay's put. Of course, the roof's going to continue across the top and over, and so you'll have hay, and then you'll have shelter, and then there'll be a wall on the back. So they'll have protection from the top and protection from the wind that comes from the north. The wind that comes from the west isn't that big of an issue because of the woods that is here, and the roof is angled down. So everything combined together will mean that these horses will have really good shelter, their food will not get wet, and everything that's in here will be dry. I will need to make a swale since we are on a hill, so any water that's running from the woods or down the pasture will go around this instead of through it, and that'll be in another day. So we're gonna get started doing some dirt moving. Over here, where this pole bending pole is to give you an idea of how much further over this building is being extended. Of course, we do have to repair and replace that end 2x4 there, and then a new roof will be put on, porting that top plate and then going across this way. We already did the test. The tractor is able to go through, as well as the skid steer. A cabbed tractor won't fit through here, but we don't ever need a cabbed tractor to come through here. Call me crazy, but if we ever get to the point where I'm driving a cabbed tractor around outside, then I'll just have a skid steer for cleaning in here. I know, call me crazy, but that's how things will have to be in order for me to have a cab tractor. So this is how the building will look for now. Let's get started moving some dirt. And then tomorrow, the goal is to put in the remaining 6 posts, get them cemented, and put in the skeleton for everything else. Oh my goodness, look at all the leaves that have landed on my tractor. Oh, they're everywhere. We are past peak. All the horses are finishing off. All the leaves, excuse me. All the leaves are finishing off, dropping off. November's on the way. Okay guys, we have just finished up with moving dirt. I'll show you how things look. For starters, it looks like the horses are very much liking this new structure. And here's the change. I don't know how much the differences are going to look on camera, but we're about a foot lower.
right here, which of course makes the ceiling a foot higher. So there we go. Now, the reason why I wanted to scrape this off was because there was some topsoil on top of this that I did not want here when it comes to putting in the hay. I wanted good, hard packing dirt underneath. Pennsylvania's full of clay. We got lots of rock, and that's what I wanted down here. So that's what we got. So this would be a good foundation for the hay to get put on and for me to scoop in and clean out year after year. And we will be able to put our posts in for our next wall that will go in. So we got wall here, feeders in the middle, and then we've got our posts out there for our structure for the horses. So beautiful stuff, really is beautiful stuff. And then it will be open on the front and the back, so I can go from one side across to the other to clean it out, which is good. That's key, because regular maintenance of this will be required in order for our plans to work. But you can tell the horses already like the structure. So there's our pile of topsoil that we have for, hell, anytime we need it now. So that we will truck down and put on top of our pile of topsoil, and that is manure. So we have two separate piles for that. So this is where I'm gonna stop for today. I am definitely tired. We have definitely made a lot of progress today. Boy, does that look way better than it did at the start of today. Exciting, exciting, exciting. It is now time to feed horses for the afternoon. So let's get them in the stalls and fill that barn up. Hey, Danny. How's life for Danny today, huh? Yeah. Some horses like their ears being itched. Especially right in this little center area here. Like Danny. We just gave Declan his dose of medication. He's doing good, right, Declan? Hey, buddy? You like your ears being itched? Not as much as Danny. What about you, champ? Huh? What about you, buddy? Huh? Yeah. The weather is beautiful, guys. It's like mid-70s right now. And this is the last day for it. We actually have snow in the forecast, and the temperature's going down. Now, tomorrow it's gonna be 70s, and then Sunday we have a cold front coming in. It's gonna rain all day, all day. He's falling asleep. That's gonna be fun. We might be keeping the horses in for that. What I'm getting at is make sure you're subscribed. You gotta be subscribed so that you're notified every time a video comes out. It's completely free and it supports the channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I always appreciate it. All right, I'm gonna get these guys turned out. I'll see you guys in a flash. And just like that, the barn is empty. All the horses are out, and that is gonna be it for today. Nice and peaceful, nice and quiet. Good stuff, good stuff. Good day. We'll pick things up tomorrow with getting started on getting those horses fed and getting those posts in the ground. Hopefully I'll have some extra help, but on the off chance that I don't, we'll work with what we got. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, don't forget to hit that like button and make sure that you're subscribed. And as always, I will see you in the next one.